my opinion, I maintain this bullish bias when I zoom out and look at the 3-day. There's still 2 days left in this candle. If I check the volume, we're building the volume up. We're about halfway through the previous 3-day volume candle, and it's only been 1 day, right? So if you extrapolate that, the volume is gonna be 3 times as high. It's gonna be much larger than the previous one, and that tells me that we're most likely seeing buyers step in, and we're probably gonna trend up. The one thing I do wanna mention, though, is that even though this 3-day edge is at 31.8, 32K, if you notice right here, and this is something I've learned from Ichimoku, is that it flattens out here at 29.2. Those little flatten out areas sometimes provide really nice areas for exits just because, if I'm bullish and I got in at 20K and the price gets 29K and starts stalling, is it really worth giving up and round tripping the whole UP&L to go back instead of just taking some off here and rather than waiting for this 31.8K move? Not necessarily, right? So when you're managing a swing trade, I think it's very important to understand where your invalidation is, and I feel like also these live streams help me kind of articulate that to myself and to you guys. Um, so when you're managing a trade, right, and I think this is important to kinda get across to you guys, you have to understand what type of trade it is, at what point you're wrong, and where you believe that the trend may have reversed, right? So we just talked about that 23 to 24K order block. So I think it's key that if we don't hold that 23, 24K order block, we start doing the 3-day close below that, we start kind of puking below that. That's probably where I'd have to cut my 20K long, just because I'm not gonna round trip the whole thing. I'm willing to give some to get some, and in a swing trade, that's what you are allowed to do, or that's at least my strategy of doing things. In a range bound market, I'll be more aggressive with profit taking. But again, I see the potential here for a 50% move, right? So from 20 to 30K, it's a 50% move. So why would I necessarily TP early without allowing the trend to play out, right? So we talk about higher lows and higher highs in Bitcoin market structure. And all that tells me is that, we put a higher high in here, we need to put a higher low, obviously, before 19K. I don't know that I wanna see it back in this 22-ish area, and because when I zoomed out and I saw this 23K, 24K order block, this is the level, right? And that kind of coincides with, let's say we close here-ish, and then we come back down, and the Tenkin right now is at 23K. So if you miss the key June entry, it's nice because you get the Tenkin entry as well. So this is kind of how you compound along a swing trade and where you learn how to manage a trade. So, I'm not gonna cut longs. I think if we got back below 22.5, call it, I'd probably cut my longs, for a 10% move. At this juncture, I'm gonna be a little more patient, let PA play out, and see what the next couple of days brings us, especially going